Welcome to today's episode of Book Talk. Robert Frost once said, "Poetry is when emotion has found its thought, and the thought has found words." Today in Book Talk, we are bringing you the book titled Hidden from the World. Well, this book has more speciality in every way. Our own student of Essex School of Communication is the author, Ganga Jayakumar. Ganga has been writing a lot from quite a time, but it was recently when she joined degree she started taking it quite seriously. Well, to quote from her poem, The Broken Thread, "Every new light has a different spark and has a fascinating fragrance. The moment we hold the book and travel from one page to another, it feels like we are floating in the sea or sitting in a canoe. Each poem and prose is like a wave that hits our heart and soul." Being a young and budding writer, her work Hidden from the World has brought a nudge of self-recognition to her pen talent. The book contains 55 poems and 6 prose. Each of the work in the book is a tour de force. The common mood of the poem is culmination of emotion, and it is the beauty of this piece of work. Poetry is breaking rules somehow. It can be personal boundary or literary boundary. Well, Ganga as a writer has broken both. There is no clear division of what emotion is next. It is revealed to you until it is read by the reader. This piece of work is like, give me a tragedy, I can make it into words. Give me a heartbreak, I can turn it into beautiful prose. The writer throughout her work has expressed all the possible in the junction of human life. Writer says, yes, this is how I feel about it, so here it is. This is what I wanted to say, so here it is. The writer talks about stars, saying, when I see the stars up at a height, I kind of feel like doubting my worth. What am I compared to that shiny sparkle? And one of the poems from this book takes us to rain. The sound of the rain makes me want to dance. When those drops touch my feet, they make me want to drench my breath. I'm insanely falling for you, for your pacifying pour, for your cooling embrace. The writer also brings us an idea of a savior who is considered as an entity that carries the weight of sorrow. And on the other hand, the writer comes with a striking poem about an overpowering shadow, which talks about a force that is brutal and inhumane in every possible way. Then the writer gives an insight into our grandparents' house, to quote, "Amidst the rising decibels, the cocky horns, the aroma in the kitchen and rimmed glasses, reading from the computers, where cats huddled and the swing rustled, drew my grandparents' house precise enough." The book Hidden from the World throws light to it with a more convincing thought. Coming to the prose section, 6 prose with 6 striking emotion. The Feel is Precious is one such prose that talks about emotions and how mysterious we feel about them. It says there is no factual way of feeling something. You can read a book and cry. We can feel motivated after watching a movie. You can fall in love with our own imagination. Next, the writer talks about old orphanages. This work is an extraction from the reality. The writer says, have our mother thought to send us to orphanages when we feel ill, or never cooperated to take medicines, or even when we made mistakes, or even when we couldn't clean our human waste? So why then an old age home when it's our time to show the care back? The other prose that the writer brings to us is titled Make Your Own Cup of Coffee, which talks about a date and self-realizations. Hidden from the World is a trendsetter on its own way. Poetry, being an entity close to human feelings and thoughts, has been thoughtfully put by the writer. With the vivid images and wordplay, writer has shed light to poetry which is more like a concept. Poetry is a water that runs deep and evolved around time its own way. Because poetry is not something that can be tamed. And moreover, in this age, the lines between poetry, prose, visual images have been broken by many. And Ganga, being a sprouting talent, is no far away from this. So let's wind up today's episode with one of the poems from Hidden from the World. The night sky shined with silver armor. It smiled gracefully at the grounded flower, raised his mystical sword, and showed some majestic moves for the flower to lovingly melt. Thank you for watching.